Hey there, bots and babes. This is your captain speaking, and welcome to the second edition of the MSTie Minute, a weekly video where I talk about things happening in the world of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Fan meetups, the cast and crew, podcasts, new merchandise, all the things you can find out there on the interwebs for yourself. It's just stuff I've gathered and wanted to share with you guys, my MSTie family. So let's dive right into this edition of the MSTie Minute. The gang over at the Revival League podcast released their Labor Day Soda Jerk special that literally gave one of the hosts diabetes. And coming out tomorrow, they interview Tim Blaney, who is the puppeteer of Gypsy, as well as the voice for Johnny Five from Short Circuit and Frank the Pug from Men in Black. The online Watch Together group wrapped up their Labor of Love marathon, and coming up this weekend is fashion, football, and pirates. A riffing group in Chicago called Down in Front will be riffing Sucker Punch this Thursday, and they'll be at the Chicago Nerd Comedy Festival next Tuesday. In Atlanta, the Cineprov group will be riffing Lost World at Monsterama. And if you're in Portland, mark your calendar for October 4th. They have a local meetup planned. Each month, the Postcard Exchange experiment happens. The sign up for September is already passed, but you can go ahead and sign up for October. I'll put the link down in the description. Over at RiffTrax, they've released a full-length riff from Mary Jo and Bridget called Deadly Instincts. You'll want to check that out. And then don't forget, October 25th, the RiffTrax will be doing a live rebroadcast of their Night of the Living Dead riff that they did before. Speaking of Bridget, she has a fun little new mini podcast called Instead of Tweeting. Give that a check out. And Michael Nelson and RiffTrax writer Connor Listoka have released the second episode of their podcast, 372 Pages We'll Never Get Back, where they're reading through Ready Player One. The Mads, busy as always. This weekend they're in El Paso. Next weekend they're in New Orleans. And then the following weeks they'll be in Dallas and Jacksonville. They also recently released one of their new podcasts where they were at Dragon Con in Atlanta. So you'll want to give that a listen. The link will be in the description. Baron Vaughn has a show coming up at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach, California this Saturday, and Hampton recently posted that he will be recording an album in DC in the beginning of October. I've included the links to get your tickets now. Please go for me because, not all of us live in that area. Jonah Ray have recently contributed to an album about dogs to help benefit animals affected by the hurricanes. Felicia Day also tweeted that she will be a guest voice on a Disney cartoon show coming up in October. Now, of course, can't forget merchandise, and besides the soundtrack, which we all still have listened to 20 times and put in your neighbor's mailbox, now they've released they're doing pre-orders for the CD. So you can head over there to the website and go ahead and pre-order your soundtrack for season 11. Shout Factory, again, still has the pre-order for volume 39, and Zen Monkey has, fun shirts and fun pins for you to pick up to satisfy that MST3K merch need that we all have. So I also would like to take this moment to give a huge thank you to Jamie Hitchcock for my amazing MSTie Minute logo, and to Ron McAdams for putting up with me to help me put together this fun little show, and just for being a good guy. So I think that's it for this week. If you guys know of anything happening, whether it's locally, something you saw one of the, cast and crew post about, or if you have a riffing group that, you want to tell people about, I'll put my email down in the description. Send me an email and I'll give you a shout out. That's it. Love and riffs. Bye.